I want to rewind your memories back to a time before microtransactions, before Park, before the greed. Back when 2K was about nothing but straight hoops. And personally, I want to relive that experience, especially since I asked you guys what challenge you guys want to see next from me, and over 50% of you said 2K10's 40 to 99 challenge. Unfortunately for me, not only was 2K10 the first ever my career, but was the longest track to not only 99, but also to the NBA itself. And it's gonna take me over 150 in-game hours to hit 99 overall, so this series is gonna take me a little minute. So let's get it started. I had to go to 3 different game stores to find a copy of 2K10 on the PS3, and I'm hoping that this disc is not super scratched up. You guys let me know. Oh, you guys can see the camera, so I'm guessing it's not that bad. But for today's video, our goal is simple. We are going to create my player, and we are going to get to the NBA. Hopefully.
I assume you're here because you're ready to see if you have what it takes to make it in the NBA.
Yes, I want to make it to the NBA. Now, I had to do a little research to find the best build to hit 99 overall. And by research, I mean asking ChatGPT. We're going to go shooting guard, and we're going to go scoring. Make him 6'6", and put him up to 210 pounds. Now we can finally get into the customization of things and try to make myself on this game.
Approximately 10 hours later.
And the one thing I remember about 2K10 was that every my player looked the exact same. So I did the best with what I could work with. Did I make myself? Do I look good? As a scoring shooting guard, we start off as a whopping 41 overall, but some of these stats actually aren't as bad as you may think. I have a 65 across shot inside, close, and mid-range, and have a 58 three-pointer, which might be good enough to allow me to shoot just a little. We're definitely not doing anything flashy with this 50 layup and 25 dunk, but hopefully I can get those up eventually. And we are decently fast, sitting at a 70 speed. These are not great stats, but way better than you would have thought when you heard of 40 overall. Now for the signatures, I'm not familiar with anything in this game, but I feel like going with Kobe Bryant for everything isn't the end of the world. And I'm just gonna put it the highest it will let me for every other animation. And this is the official I Game Sometimes 2K10 build. Oh, we got a trophy, create a player. Lovely. I'm starting in the summer league, and I have 6 games to prove myself worthy of a training camp invite. Unfortunately for me, I've been sent to the New York Knicks in 2009. Nick, go ahead and roll one New York Knicks highlight in 2009.
That he continues to play at an incredible level. He's got it. Kobe Bryant has now scored more points than any other player at Madison Square Garden with 61.
Thank you.
To help you get going, I've given you 1,000 skill points to start out with. Spend them wisely.
In here, you are given 1,000 skill points to start off your journey, which honestly doesn't do shit. But at least in 2K11 next year's title, they give you 10,000 to work with. Kinda wish I was playing that instead of this, but I digress. But if we are trying to make this the best experience possible, I'm gonna focus on getting my mid-range up, as that is the most consistent shot in this game. And I'm gonna upgrade it a little to a 67. This is gonna be a journey. Goddamn, why do I do this to myself? I do not know. I do have 6 drills I can complete, and these drills actually give you direct upgrades to skills that you work on. All right, let's see what that jumper looking like. Kobe, perfect. First shot of 2K10 is a perfect. So for us, that shooting drill is gonna become my best friend, especially since I wanna max out my mid-range early. All right, we got goal pretty easy there. 1 shoot off dribble. Damn it, but we are getting 400 SP. All right, another gold. What are we getting? Yes, 1 shot medium. What I was looking for, thank you. All right, and I'm gonna just go ahead and put my shot medium to a 70, and that's pretty much all I wanted to do before we started our first game. Don't know why, just wanted to do that. Starting each game, you are given 3 objectives to work. Damn it, fuck. Let me call you back, because I was in the middle, I was flowing. Starting each game, you are given 3 objectives to work towards that will reward you with skill points, and these are completely at random and can honestly get quite difficult. Nick, Gregory, Kobe, I don't know who the hell those guys are. Oh, and we are at the very end of the bench. Ooh, look at that teammate grade. Oh, that looked nasty. Ooh, and this camera angle is nasty as well. Immediately hopping into this, you can tell the teammate grading system is very unforgiving. Shit, allow my man to score. My bad, I didn't know he was pulling like that. But my bread and butter is gonna be that mid-range shot. Oh my God, first shot? Ooh. And I have no idea what the contest system is like for real, so I'm just letting it fly. But I'm still at a C after all that? They a little stingy with the teammate grade, huh? This game really made you earn your teammate grade. Oh, you made a shot? Who cares? You did a pass to assist? You want a cookie or something? This game feeds off IQ, and getting rebounds really helps. Get that board. Oh, look at that. Ah, I thought I got that. And the boost that assists give you is crazy. Almost made me wish I chose point guard instead. Because I swear, your teammates do everything possible to not give you the ball. Gregory, let me hold that. Gregory, let me hold that, Gregory. Rice, let me hold that, Rice. And I know, you gotta space the floor, but let's be real here. None of these guys are making it to the league. I don't think I've heard anyone say this, but the sound that they use when you go up and overall is so satisfying. I almost want them to bring it back. Right now, my mid-range is pretty hit or miss, and it would be until later on in the video that I would find out why. But right now, I'm just playing the straight and narrow, taking as many shots and trying to get as many assists as I can. Against weak competition like this, my shot close almost feels like a 90 rating, allowing me to stat pad even more. Paint defense in this game is so wishy-washy, but I guess that's every 2K. And back down to a B+, great. Oh, look at that steal. We're gonna go up for another strong layup. And there's an A for us. Oh, we might get an A+. What's this? Question mark? Oh, there's an A+. Let's go. Get over here. Oh, strong in that paint. For the first Summer League game, we are going to take the win and also walk away with 1400 SP. And I'm only going to miss one objective. All in all, pretty solid first game performance.
That was a serious game of hoop you just played. Way to go, man. Let's see if you can repeat that performance next game.
The 2K Insider saying something positive? Oh man, that's rare as fuck. Oh my god. After that game, I went immediately into finishing the rest of these drills, trying to get as much mid-range as I could. With 3,400 skill points, I upped my midi to a 79, bringing me up to a 43 overall.
Hey, I just got word that you're going to be in the starting lineup tonight. Congratulations on your first start. Now go out and make something of it.
Gotta make at least 1 3, force your matchup to do 1 turnover, and end with a C+ or better. I think we can do it. Right off the tip, I tried to trigger my inner Chris move for a 3, and it didn't work in my favor. On the next time down, I figured out how to finally do a proper pick and roll, getting an assist. I promise y'all, I am determined to hit a 3 this game. It's gonna happen. But maybe I just need to warm up with these middies. Even though I'm at a C, doing small things like good shot defense and even getting good shot selection can really improve the teammate grade even if you miss. And right here, I swear to everyone watching this was a 3-point shot. My feet are clearly behind the line, but 2K is hoeing me even in 2009. I think I've said this before, but this contest system is weird in the fact that sometimes it exists, but for a majority of the time, you can just about pull and shoot over anyone. And with a minute left in the second quarter, I finally get my 3-point shot to drop. That's my 3. Let's go. Truthfully, I was not even looking at the scoreboard for this game, and I didn't even realize how close this game was at the end. And I didn't do my team any favors with the shots I was deciding to pull up. Give me that lay. No. And it even got to a point where I was all the way down to a C. So not only did we not win the game, I only got 1 objective done, and I only got 132 SP. Definitely my worst game of the entire video.
Do I even need to bring up the number of bad passes you made? You need to learn when it's safe to make a pass and when it's not. This game proved you're not quite there yet. All things considered, I expect more out of you out there.
Hate to see him disappointed, man. This is gonna take so goddamn long. I'm not looking forward to this. I don't even have to do this. I can stop right now. When I was playing all these games, I genuinely forgot how long of a process this was gonna be. For context, this whole first episode is 6 hours of gameplay, and I tried to complete all of training camp in 1 night, and it shows on my face. I'm getting the game going with a nice couple of middies just to test out the heat a little, and while trying to make my way to the paint, I hit this nasty pass into an assist. This next one, I know the scouts will love, getting this defensive rebound and going coast to coast to stop and pop with a midi. Bang! A nice play on defense led to a fast break where I was already blinking red, but I was able to finish strong through contact for the lay. I sink another midi at the top of the key and trying to figure out my dribble animations, hitting a nice in and out move for a strong finish in the paint.
Ooh, that in and out was nasty.
I still needed this free throw objective, and it took until the end of the third quarter to get fouled, but I have not shot free throws up to this point and did not know the timing, so the first one was garbage.
Bad release, mother.
But at least I made the second. One realistic feature of this game that I like is the dribble system. This game will make you lose the ball if you don't have a high enough dribble rating, which is something that really needs to be brought back. In the fourth, I was able to draw another foul, hoping that making both of these free throws could seal the objective, but unfortunately, it needs to be 76%. Not 75, 1% off for those of you who can't do math. That's unfortunate, but I'm just concerned about winning in these last minutes. And I don't know what my block rating is, but let me tell you, I was surprised that I was able to get a block shot. And we do end up winning game number 3 with 2 of 3 objectives completed and 1200 SP.
I really have a lot of respect for players who get out there and give 100% effort on rebounding. All in all, I really don't know what else to say. Keep it up.
Thank you, 2K Insider. I really appreciate that. All right, let me upgrade my midi. I'm gonna go to an 82 on the midi, still a 43 overall. Force your matchup, 1 turnover, finish with a teammate grade of B- or better. I can definitely score at least 7 points. That is no problem there. For game 4, we're going against a rookie Steph Curry. And that does make sense with the timeline, just didn't expect to see him here.
Looking like a damn alien.
I'm starting the game off with a nice dime to my teammate cutting to the rim.
Beautiful.
On defense, I didn't even know you could draw charges in this game, but thank God I did so I can go ahead and complete this objective. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little cold right now, but thankfully this midi on the left was able to drop. One thing that I figured out that I'm sure 90% of 2K players didn't know was that there is an option to use the right stick for dribble moves in this game. You know, sorry I'm not an old head and didn't know this was here before, but I just find it interesting that this was a feature. Granted, this was pretty trash at the time, but nice they considered it from NBA Live. And here I'm playing with the dribbling and lose the ball in the process. Luckily, I didn't turn it over and I'm able to knock down another midi. This play right here was actually crazy with me snagging an old board over 3 people and getting the and 1 basket to drop. Mind you, I think I only have like a 25 offensive rebound, but I'm not complaining though, and you can really tell there was a lack of heavy paint presence in this game. I'm assuming with better competition, I can't just walk my way into the paint. I'm still trying to learn how to facilitate on this game and somehow getting the double screen call, but at least I was able to turn it into an assist. And that right short corner is my one true hot zone. My player just glides there every time. Once again, another surprising play, jumping at the perfect time to block none other than Steph Curry himself. And I was able to score on the other end.
Now, this is a highlight play if I ever seen one. Holy shit.
But my guy was not done there. No. Chasing my guy to the short corner and getting another block. And I'm going to end the game off with an A+ because of that. Definitely my best game by far, even though we lost, but I did complete every objective, giving me 1400 SP.
Honestly, this 85 midi, I'm done upgrading after this. This is the last time I'm upgrading my mid-range, probably for the rest of the video.
With 2 games left in the Summer League, I feel like I've made a significant impact and I'm really ready for that next step. But in the beginning of this game, it felt like I took a step back, missing open shots and taking contested attempts in the paint. And on top of that, my guy was splashing in my eye. I'm trying to get back on track here with a half-court heave for an assist. On the next play, going for another assist to boost my teammate grade up. And even though this mid-range is not falling for me today, I'm still able to draw contact in the paint and head to the free throw line on back-to-back plays, allowing my player to finish my objective early. From starting the game with a C- to ending the first quarter with a B, I feel like I had a pretty nice turnaround. In the second quarter, things got a lot better for me, getting a 2-on-1 lay to drop and getting an assist even if 2K thought I was holding the ball for too long. At the end of the second, I'm getting a last-second shot up, which 2K loves apparently. In the third, I'm getting an assist from a jump shot for once, but still could not get a jumper to fall for me, which is weird that it feels like an immediate switch from from the moment I upgraded to an 85 midi, because right now I am shooting horrendous. I finally get one to drop in, and I'm able to draw contact at the rim, getting a nice and one play. I might be the best shot blocker in Summer League, honestly, if somebody was keeping stats. And I swear 2K keeps holding me on these 3-point shots, man. My feet are 100% behind the line. To end the game off, I'm getting a couple easy baskets under the rim, and I believe that this is the first time I got all 3 objectives with the win, getting only 1300 SP.
I'd like to start off by saying that I thought your shot selection was fantastic.
My shot selection was fantastic. I went 28% from the field. What the hell are you talking about?
Finally, the blood, sweat, and tears have led to this point right here, the last game of the Summer League. After this, we will really see if I have what it takes to make an NBA roster. With my last bit of SP, I'm putting it on my 3-point shot and getting up to a 44 overall. I'm not gonna lie, the objectives they gave me are kind of crazy, but as long as we play decent, we should be fine. I will say, up to this point, it's been crazy really seeing where everything started from. I remember playing this game as a kid and not thinking much about it, but 15 years later and truly seeing the progress behind this game, it's wild. You can really tell that the company behind this specific game cared about one thing and one thing only, and that's hooping. From the way the players move and by how you get rewarded in my career, this game valued IQ and realism at its fullest. With that, however, some people can call this game clunky and at some points unpolished, but this was a brand new concept at the time, and one that's literally been around before a lot of you guys were even born. With that being said, we do end this game with a nice A+. Even though I only completed 1 objective, I think I'm safe to continue on.
It just takes hard work and effort. Let's see if you can repeat that performance next game.
All right, does that mean do I get drafted now?
And if you are confused and wondering why I'm choosing my team and there is no NBA draft, well, we would be in the same boat. I had to do a little bit of research and found that the NBA draft was an entirely separate game/mode when 2K10 first dropped and was not released with the full game. That's why when you look up Chris Smooth's old videos, it says NBA 2K10 Draft Combine and not just straight NBA 2K10. It wouldn't be until 2K11 where the NBA draft will be a staple part of the MyPlayer experience, the more you know. But if I have a chance to choose a team for the 2009-2010 season, I'm going with the Cleveland Cavaliers to try and convince Bron not to leave Cleve. And now in training camp, this is where the truly hard part of my career begins, because at this point, every game, there is a chance I can get cut and get sent down to the D-League. So I need to be on my shit every game.
Yeah, we're gonna upgrade that shoot off dribble. New cap.
With training camp brings 6 more drills I can do to boost my shot. Although I did butcher the first one though, but enough of that, man. Let's just hop straight into the first game. And in my first game, we are actually going against a young LeBron James. So this should be interesting. Off rip, I'm showing these scouts my burner, pulling it from deep. And I was quickly shown that this was nothing like the Summer League, with Shaq, a year from retirement, baptizing me in the paint. As long as I'm able to find my spot on the midi, I should be able to hold my own. Also, that 63-point rating is doing wonders right now, splashing this corner 3. Even though we are getting killed in this game, I'm doing everything I can to show I'm a team player, getting assists wherever I can find my team, and putting myself in great scoring position under the rim. We did take an L and I completed only 1 objective, but I feel like there is a chance I may be safe.
It looks like you've made it through the first day of training camp without getting cut. Well done. There are only 4 games left in training camp. You can't afford to mess up even a little bit if you want to make this team.
Before starting the next game, I'm going to up my shoot up dribble to a 76, hoping that can help me shoot a little bit more consistent. I also did another shooting drill, which gave another +1 to my shot off dribble.
We got LeBron on our team. Let's go. Finally playing with LeBron.
There is just an aura of confidence you feel when hooping with LeBron James, man. Hitting this midi and taking it to the races on this fast break. LeBron wanted to show me what you're really supposed to do when you're on a fast break. Soon, man. Soon I will be flying. But before I can fly, I gotta show these scouts how lethal my mid-range shot is. And at this point in 2009, that was all you really needed to get a contract. On top of the sneaky blocking ability my player has, Cleveland would be a fool not to pick me up. Not to mention the chemistry me and Bron have right now. It's a dynamic duo that can lead this team to a championship.
Hey,
Ooh, to finish off one of my objectives, I gotta give 2K10 its props, because this was one of the most realistic hook shots I've seen in a 2K game. It's a very simple move, but beautiful when you see it. Upgrading my shot off dribble seems to have been the best decision I made thus far, because I feel like I can't miss. And a weird glitch in this game led to me getting a steal and a nice pass to assist to LeBron. We did end up losing this game. However, this is more about individual performance, and that A teammate grade is definitely not something to overlook. I feel like I'm once again safe to hoop another day.
I just heard you made it through another day. You have to be feeling pretty good about that. 3 more games left. Keep it up.
After that game, I had an itch to fly. So I'm starting now with upgrading my dunk a little to a 29. With LeBron on my team, you know we can't be stopped. And I'm even getting an assist off this and one lay from him. A nice mid-range shot here, and a nice pump fake to get myself to the rim to get fouled.
Oh, there we go. Got fouled. Thank you.
I really need to make both of these free throws for this challenge, and of course I end up choking. I'm showing these coaches I'm a hustler, getting this offensive rebound and putting it back up strong. The shot has not been falling that consistent this game, but you still gotta read these scouting reports, bro. Leaving me wide open is a deadly mistake. And just cause I don't take a lot of threes doesn't mean you can just leave me wide open here too. Unlike the last 2 games, this one was fairly close and I was actually trying to win, even getting a clutch block on the 3-point line. You know I can't go one game without a block. With the game tied at 37, I wanted LeBron to get us the lead, but he saw the potential and this was my opportunity to show that I belong here. And on the very next play, getting a wide open layup to nearly dagger the game. And even though I completed only one objective again, these scouts cannot deny what I was able to do on the court today.
3 games down, 2 to go, and you're looking great out there. Unfortunately, they had to cut somebody, but it wasn't you. Can you see the light at the end of the tunnel now?
Before game 4, I went immediately into the lab to finish the rest of these drills up, making sure to get gold every time. And with 3,000 skill points, I discovered you can literally upgrade your consistency on this game. And here I thought it was a skill issue, but there is literally something you can upgrade to make it easier for you. So of course I had to max it as far as I could, and now we are sitting at a 46 overall. For some reason, game 4 decided to give me the easiest objectives ever. I'm not complaining though, getting it started with a lay at the rim. Once again, man, these guys are not checking the scouting report, leaving me wide open for a 3.
Like I won't pull that. Okay, he tested my gangster. I had to pull it.
And I know I didn't watch a lot of basketball in 2009. Hell, I was only 6. But for the love of God, I don't think Shaq was doing this. And if he was, then roll the clip from 2009. This was definitely the game of fast breaks. And I love how this game rewards you for running the lanes correctly, with the AI making sure to hit you nearly every time. And that's exactly how I was able to get my 12-point objective. I think this was the first time Big Z was on my team, and if I remember playing with him from my team, that dude has a burner on him. Another fast break midi here, and another dime to Big Z there. This first half was beautiful. In the second half, I really didn't do too much. Once I got that A- teammate grade, I was just focused on not doing anything stupid. This is literally the first time in history of me playing 2K that I had to sweat in my career. The difficulty of this game is no joke. We did end up losing, but I had a pretty damn good performance, even completing every objective for the first time in training camp.
That was a terrible game for the guy that was guarding you.
I about to say.
When I heard you made this cut, I let out a sigh of relief. You definitely deserve to be here after your performance thus far. But man, you just never know. One more day, one more game. Do you have it in you? If you want an NBA career, you better.
I can't believe we actually made it to the last game. I seriously thought I would be hooping for the insert D-League team, but here we are, man. Starting this game off, popping this midi, and getting thrown a needle threader pass to get a nice lay at the rim. I must have some type of dimer I didn't know about for our center to be out here popping threes with no 3-point shot. I'm also facilitating a little with a nice give and go play with our point guard here, and finding him once again in the paint for another assist, finishing the first quarter quarter already with an A-. Second quarter was a little slower, but I was finally able to knock down both free throws, showing the coach I can improve in a short amount of time. In the third, of course, I find my guy LeBron for the lay, getting me to an A+, and I'm dominating my center in the paint for another assist. This game, all of my passes were just finding the sweet spot.
Thank you.
And I'm going to choose to ignore this play where I airball a layup. I'm finding my guy LeBron in the paint again, and even though I would have loved to end the last game with the dub, this was one of the best all-around performances I've had up to this point, and the moment we have all been waiting for since the beginning of the video.
That was a serious game of hoop you just played. Way to go, man.
Did I do enough to earn a roster spot for the Cleveland Cavaliers? Let's go! Oh my God, I'm honestly so happy I was able to do this on my first run. This was by far the longest I've ever played my career in one sitting, but I'm not doing this challenge for nothing, man. If you guys enjoyed it and want me to continue this series, please leave a like on this video. And with that being said, I'm going to shower.